Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. I'm Catherine Vaccaro, a member of the worship team here at 1U. With me in today's service are our spiritual leader, Reverend Margalie Belizaire, our Director of Lifespan Religious Enrichment, Judith Stein-Farrell, our Director of Music, Aubrey Candelario, with accompanist, Daniela Monzon-Villegas, the Cellist Choir, and no Jacob Hike this morning. The magic of Bronze Bell Choir, however, is wonderfully with us, and we appreciate that. Also, our board president, Sandy Pollock, our membership committee chair, Kathy Homblett, and our wonderful chalice lighter, Ruby. And finally, last but not least, Debbie Reinhardt from our board. Let's also not forget to thank our teams of wonderful people in the background diligently working to ensure that we come together this morning. So thank you. Thank you. Our children will be sung out today after Time for All Ages portion of the service. We greet you this morning, old friends and new, as we explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into a community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. Whether today is your first or your 1,000th visit in our midst, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whoever you love, you are welcome here. In this community, your whole self is welcome. We welcome your race, national origin, immigration status, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, physical or mental abilities, economic status, or religious background. We welcome you. As always, we have a few special announcements today. First, religious enrichment. The RE team is looking for a few good sports, adult and children both, to add to the 1U Players Troupe for next week's annual holiday pluralism pageant. Say that fast. No prior experience or memorization is necessary, just a willingness to jump on in and be part of the fun. If you're interested, please reach out to Rhonda or Tess. Also, For Roots, in an annual joint effort with the Green Team, well, mostly a Green Team effort, we are excited to invite families with children, first grade and up, to attend an urban farm adventure to learn about plants, plant products, and sustainability. We will be going to For Roots, a unique farm just west of College Park. There is very limited space, so you must register by December 19th in order to participate. Use the QR code or talk to Mary D for more information. Today we will have our town hall at 12 p.m. in Gore Hall for our December meeting, where a specialist from Dignity Memorial, who focuses on funeral planning for the LGBTQ+ community, will chat with us. Our next Sunday is our child dedication service. On December 14th, we will offer the opportunity for child dedications. Please reach out to Reverend Margalie if you are thinking about having your family join in this meaningful ritual. Now I'd like to call Reverend Margalie up for a special announcement.
So hopefully you have been engaging the Guests at Your Table program, because it ends next week, next Sunday, December 14th. You'll have a lot more information in the weekly update, where we have a donate link and all of that you can click. And we have the UUSC has a page for us, 1U, where you could click on that there and donate. You also have all these wonderful booklets here that have information about the guests that the USC is highlighting this year for the Guests at Your Table service. So if you have not had a chance to read a little bit about the guests at your table, the ones that are highlighted this year, or in general, to learn a little bit more about USC, you still have time to do it before we conclude our Guests our at Your Table participation, which will be next Sunday. So if you are bringing envelopes in, bring that in, and you can, as you come in, put them on this table here, or you can hand it to me or anyone on staff, or one of the our wonderful worship associates, worship attendants. Okay, so remember, next week we wrap up our Guests at Our Table participation, and please read a little bit about the folks highlighted, and learn a little bit more about USC, and bring in your envelope if you are writing a check and so on. But you can also click the donate button for them, that we have a link for that in the weekly update, and you can donate directly on the 1U page that USC has put together. Okay? All right.
The order of service can be accessed via the QR code up on the screen right now. A link to our events calendar is at the bottom of the order of service. Please click on it to view what's going on at 1U. For more information about our congregation And for more announcements, go to orlandouu.org or email info@orlandouu.org. And now we will light our chalice. I would like to invite Ruby up. Ruby is a 5-year-old. She attends Walden School. She loves animals, Legos, and musical theater. Very, very sophisticated. Okay, please join with me as we say our beloved chalice lighting words. In the light of truth and in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. Those who were able to gather here for last night's holiday soiree, and it was fabulous, were delighted by the extraordinary talent and magical sound of our Magic of Bronze Bell Choir. Today, we are graced with a smaller contingent who are prepared to delight us once again. In lieu of singing our opening and closing hymns, please welcome Magic of Bronze Bell Choir as they perform Ding Dong, Merrily on High.
Beautiful. Good morning, beloveds. It is so good to be with you this morning as we begin our exploration of the theme, Choosing Hope. And in that vein, I call us to worship this morning with these words of Reverend Victoria Stafford, The Gates of Hope. Our mission is to plant ourselves at the gate of hope, not the prudent gates of optimism, which are somewhat narrower, nor the stalwart, boring gates of common sense, not the strident gates of self-righteousness, which creaks and shrill and angry hinges. People cannot hear us there. They cannot pass through, nor the cheerful, flimsy garden gate of everything's gonna be all right. But a different, sometimes lonely place, the truth-telling about your own soul first of all and its condition, the place of resistance and defiance, the piece of ground from which you see the world both as it is and as it could be. as it will be, the place from which you glimpse not only struggle, but the joy of the struggle. And we stand there beckoning and calling, telling people what we are seeing, asking people what they see. So come, beloveds, let us worship together, and holding on to these words, let's greet one another. Let's remember our mission to plant ourselves at the gate of hope. And remember, find someone you have not greeted before to say hello to. Welcome to all who have gathered in this sanctuary and to all joining us online. Today we begin our December exploration of choosing hope, a theme that feels both comforting and complicated in a world where so much invites us toward despair. And we continue our year-long commitment to meeting the moment. This morning, our service is entitled Hope, an Enemy? It may feel strange to place those words together, hope and enemy. I mean, hope is something we usually praise. It's the tool we reach for in the hardest time, the thread that helps us hold on when life feels like it's unraveling. It can make the difference between collapse and endurance, between giving up and finding the strength to try again, especially in times like these, times full of challenge, uncertainty, and change. Hope can be a lifeline. And yet, every tool has its limit. Even something as beautiful and as powerful as hope can work against our well-being if we cling to it in the wrong places. Sometimes hope keeps us tethered to situations that cannot or will not change. Sometimes we insist on hoping that things will return to how they used to be, instead of opening ourselves to new possibilities for growth. Sometimes we hold on too long when life is calling us to let go so that we can become more whole, more free, and more ourselves. So this morning, we ask these tender, courageous questions. When is hope a blessing? And when does it become a barrier? When does hope sustain us? And when might it keep us from moving toward the life we are meant to live? We'll explore these questions together with honesty, curiosity, and compassion, and we will do so in the presence of a joyful moment in our congregational life. Today, we will also welcome 12 new members who have signed our membership book since the last 6 months. Ten of which is present here today. Welcoming new members is a reminder that this community is alive. This community is alive, changing, growing, and becoming. It's a chance to practice the kind of hope that is grounded, not in clinging to the past, but embracing the future we are creating together. So come into this morning of reflection and celebration. Come with your questions, your longings, your uncertainties, your hopes, both the steady ones and the complicated ones. Come just as you are, and let us meet this moment together. was pointing over to Aubrey for some music as we. So it is our privilege and honor to take time this morning to welcome our newest members formally at the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. And I'm asking Kathy from the membership committee to come up and join us.
While 1U has both members and friends meaningfully involved in the life of our community, it is a special joy when someone chooses to make the commitment of formal membership because they believe that they have found their spiritual home.
For sharing. When someone is interested in membership at 1U, we suggest they be around long enough to be sure that this is really a commitment they wish to make. We also ask that they be sure that they understand the basics of both First Unitarian Church of Orlando and Unitarian Universalism.
Formally, the process of joining involves being at least 18 years old, signing the membership book, and making a financial pledge. The membership is then registered at the next meeting of the Board of Trustees, and 30 days following, the person has the right to vote at meetings of the congregation and to hold certain elected offices.
This morning, we are honored to welcome into our congregations 12 people, 2 of which I believe are not able to be present today. These individuals have been participating in our spaces, found our religious community meaningful, nurturing, and challenging, and have decided to become members with full privileges and responsibilities. We are very blessed to have them join us.
These folks have lived in different parts of the country. They bring diverse interests and experiences. Some of them have been involved with this congregation and Unitarian Universalism elsewhere. Others are new, yet kindred spirits. They've explored spirituality and exercised their conscience. They are passionate and caring and creative. They are deeply committed to this adventure of life, and you are going to love getting to know them. Their pictures are up on the bulletin board in our Gore Hall foyer with a few words of introduction. Take a minute to read through it.
Will our board president, Sandy Pollock, come and join us?
Kathy will now call the names of those who have chosen to be welcomed as members this morning. Will you please come forward as your name is called?
Yes.
Linda Andrews, John Andrews,
Hi, Linda. Hi, John.
Jim DeLure,
Welcome, Jim.
Diane Dittrich, and Tammy Gavin.
Welcome. Hey, Tammy, welcome.
Myra Richards.
Oh, great. Welcome.
Sammy Rowe, Dan Rowe, and Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Welcome. Hey.
Charlene Westman.
Welcome, Charlene.
And my alphabet got ahead of me, Caroline Stastny.
Welcome. Do we need more room?
Oh, and Aubrey Demarais and James Irwin are our other new members and are not with us today, but we welcome them every time we see them.
Do you, the newest members of the First Unitarian Church of Orlando, accept the challenge of membership? That is to speak the truth and freedom, to search diligently for your own spiritual growth, your own spiritual growing edges, and to love and minister to each other. If so, say I do.
Will the Board of Trustees, committee chairs, and other leaders of this congregation please rise in body or in spirit and remain standing? Do you, the leadership of this congregation, accept the challenges new members offer you to create and sustain a structure that respects the worth of every person, that honors the democratic process with access to information and decision-making, that recognizes and celebrates individual differences and seeks unity in diversity? If so, please say we do.
We do.
Would the rest of the congregation please rise in body or spirit? Do you, members of this beloved community, accept these newest members into your fellowship? Do you promise to make them welcome and to share with them your insights, your concerns, your hospitality, your resources, and your needs? If so, say we do.
We do.
Will you further celebrate the special talents and resources of these new members, recognizing that change in growth or signs of health, being open to the enrichment of their presence? If so, please say we will.
We will.
In recognition of our covenant, let us say together our historic bond of union, which is displayed on the screen. We associate ourselves together for the study and practice of morality and religion as interpreted by the noblest lives of humanity, hoping thereby to prove helpful to one another and to promote truth, righteousness, and love in the world.
To our new members, blessings to all of you. May you flourish spiritually and find your place here in this community. And blessings to all of us as we are enriched by these 12 new members who have joined us. Now I invite you to welcome them by applauding, by woo-hooing, And it wouldn't be this ritual if we didn't have cake afterwards, so there will be cake.
As our new members find their ways back to their seats, I also invite our loving families to form a loving arch as our children are now sung off to their classrooms.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Wow, that's so exciting. It's okay, I'll find it. There it is. I'm Debbie Reinhardt, Secretary of the Board of Trustees. We invite you now into the practice of generosity. It is one of our spiritual values which sustains the life and ministries of the church community. Let us be grateful for the opportunity to give, for it is a privilege to be able to do so. And let us be grateful for our needs, for they give us the opportunity to practice receiving. Our Share of the Plate recipient for December is New Image Youth Center, and here is Ronnie Monteith to speak briefly about the wonderful work of this organization.
Yeah, I'm Ronnie Monteith. I've been a member for about 5 years, and I am on the board of directors. This is my first year, and I'm the current leader of the Friends of the New Image Youth Center, and Jeannie is one of our members there. New Image Youth Center is an after-school and summer program in Paramore, which is one of our underserved areas in Orlando. They do homework assistance and tutoring and that sort of thing. And one of their goals is to get the kids out of Paramore to help change their worldview, which in my mind, that's about transformation, which is one of our values as well. And just to let you know, they are in rented space, and they've already lost one of their buildings. So one of their big goals is they've bought some land. They want to build a building on it so they would have a permanent home and allow them to expand. The Friends group, we focus on, of course, part of our goal is to help build equity and justice, which is why that we started this group. And of course, New Image Youth Center, as I said, is focused on transformation. And then just to let you know, we are looking for more volunteers. We've had a lot of transition in that team, so we're feeling a little bit shorthanded. But we do a variety of activities throughout the year, a lot of which you've heard about because it seemed like a regular thing in the update, and Jeannie's going to tell you a little bit more about that. Some of the things we do is simply like sending birthday cards to the kids. We actually learned that when we sent a card, but maybe it was the first time a kid had ever received a birthday card, and we do Valentine's cards. Tomorrow, actually, we're coordinating with the Alliance here, and the kids are coming here to shop for a couple of their loved ones in the Alliance shop. And as mentioned, they're one of the Share of the Plate recipients for here in November and December. And then Jeannie's going to tell you a little bit more about some of the other activities of the Friends.
Oh, careful. Some of you are used to seeing me standing up here and at the welcome table wearing crazy hats and socks and underwear on my head. That's to promote our various campaigns that we do where we ask the congregation to donate items for New Image Youth Center. We collect socks in the winter, underwear in the summer for back to school, snacks in the spring and fall, and jewelry in the spring for Mother's Day as well. Those are all items that New Image Youth Center has specifically told us that they have a need for. So please give generously, both money and stuff, whenever you can. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been there, and it's a wonderful place. The offering will now be collected. Note that you can also give online.
Oh
This week's collection will go to the work of the New Image Youth Center. Let us joyfully receive what is offered here today in the spirit of gratitude and fellowship.
Each week we make space to share our joys and sorrows, the places of lightness and heaviness in our lives. We do this not only to express what is in our own hearts, but to remind one another that no one journeys alone. If you have a sorrow that you need witness or help with, or a joy you wish to share, please contribute to our collective sharing of joys and sorrows to be shared here during this time in the service. You can do so by emailing us during the week at joysandsorrows@orlandou.org. Or if you're attending in person, you can fill out a card at the welcome table, and these wonderful greeters always make sure that we receive them here, and then we share them with the rest of the community. We also participate in a candle lighting ritual. So, always know that you can bring your joys, bring your sorrows as we come together. Come just as you are, because your whole self is welcome here into this sacred space we are creating together. We have quite a few joys and sorrows to share today. First, let's start with these beautiful poinsettias here. On behalf of the congregation, the flower team has provided these beautiful white poinsettias for our services this month. Their purchase helped fund and enrich the education of our local 4-H club students and programs. So thank you for the flower team for not just this month, but for coordinating and making sure that we have flowers to help make our sanctuary beautiful. And of course, the leader of that team is Linda Pintieri. A happy birthday and happy anniversary to everyone who celebrates in December. We have, last weekend, Wendy and Mike McCleskey celebrated their 40th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary. Belated anniversary. Patty Reynolds thanks all who supported her during her recent health troubles. The meal train and the cards and good wishes were much appreciated. Okay. Reverend Kirsten, Jennifer, Esme, and Sydney share both a joy and a sadness. Their family will be going on a long trip/short move to Costa Rica at the end of this month. They are anticipating being there for 18 months to 2 years. They will miss everyone at 1U and plan to stay involved virtually as they can. Start initially and then grateful for the love of this community as they embark on this adventure. Wishing you the best. And make room for visitors. Hopefully you have a guest room. Kudos to Reverend Kirsten for a meaty and memorable Meet the Moment workshop yesterday. Videos are on the UUA website under Meeting the Moment. And the whole gang who worked beautifully to make the Magic of Bronze concert and the reception and sang along afterwards so merry. And this is from Joan. So 2 here. Kudos to Reverend Kirsten and the concert. Janice Ledger and her family are mourning the death of her beloved sister, aunt, and mother, Jane E. O'Boyle, who passed away December 1. May she rest in peace. Yeah. And I don't know if you all remember, Janice also had knee replacement surgery, so this is really something else that's added onto that. So sending the family much love, much healing energy, and love and compassion. Ellen Catlow asked us to send prayers and positive thoughts to her dear friend who had a stroke last night. Additionally, to another friend who underwent successful knee replacement but fell and broke her tibia and fibula on the same leg shortly after. So she will be going through another surgery this week. And I want to add an additional thank you to this community for really always showing up and for one another and supporting and showing so much love and support. You never fail to show up. So thank you for that. And we hold our communities, both near and far, and our country with care, and the world with our compassion by acting for justice in all of the small and large ways that will move the arc of the universe toward justice. And for all the joys and all the sorrows of this community, those shared and those we continue to hold close to our hearts, let us pray, let us celebrate, and let us send each other healing energy. And a special prayer and again a special welcome to the new folks who have joined us officially as members of this community. I invite you now into prayer. It's an affirmation of hope, really, by Loretta Williams. So if you would position yourselves as you do in moments such as these, or close your eyes, or keep them at a soft gaze if that feels right for you. And take in these words. We, bearers of the dream, affirm that a new vision of hope is emerging. We affirm that there is a struggle yet ahead. We affirm that we are co-creators of the future, not passive pawns. We affirm a unity that opens our eyes, ears, and hearts to see the different but common forms of oppression, suffering, and pain. And we pledge to make our tomorrows become our todays. I invite us now into our candle lighting ritual. Let us light a candle for joy, one for sorrow, and one for the mystery and unknown that lies before us. This first candle is for the joys in our hearts, for the beauty and wonder of this world that holds us. Give thanks, joys. This second candle is for the sad and difficult happenings in our lives, for grief over the losses we have borne. Let this flame remind us that we need not carry them alone. We hold one another in compassion and care. And the third candle is for all that remains unknown, a flame of mystery and possibility. We open our hearts to mystery and to hope, Together, these three flames, joy, sorrow, and mystery, burn as one. Let them remind us that whatever we bring into this circle of care, we are held in a greater light. We do not journey alone. May it be so. Can hope become an enemy? It's strange. It's a strange phrase, maybe, to encounter in church. Hope, an enemy. Hope, after all, is one of the great spiritual tools we have for navigating life. It has carried us through personal heartbreaks, collective struggles, and long nights of uncertainty. Hope is often the difference between collapse and endurance, between despair and the courage to take the next breath, the next step. And yet, every tool has a shadow side. Even something as beautiful, as necessary, as life-giving as hope can become harmful when we misunderstand it, misuse it, or cling to it in ways that keep us from growing. This morning, we explore the double-edged nature of hope, how it saves us and how it can hold us back, how it lifts us up, and how it can keep us stuck in places that no longer serve us. Reverend Victoria Safford writes that our calling is to plant ourselves at the gate of hope. Not the gates of optimism, not the gate of everything will be fine, but the place of truth-telling, resistance, and defiance. And Loretta Williams from our prayer reminds us that hope is not passive. It's not wishful thinking. She notes, we affirm that we are co-creators of the future, not passive pawns, she writes. We pledge to make our tomorrows become our todays. These two pieces point towards the kind of hope that is worthy of us, hope that is grounded in truth and justice, radical and compassionate, and always active. So let us begin here. Hope is a tool. And every tool requires skill, discernment, and courage. And when used well, hope gives us strength to endure what feels impossible. It anchors us when everything around us is shifting. It invites us to imagine what could be, even when the world insists that nothing can change. But when misused, hope can become a trap, a weight, a reason to stay in situations that are unhealthy or unjust, a way of avoiding reality. Hope can become the thing that keeps us from becoming our fullest, freest selves. And really, we have all been there. Let's first talk about the kind of hope that is holy. The hope that lets someone in the hospital whisper to themselves, one more day, just one more day. The hope that fuels people and movements and justice movements like abolitionists, suffragists, civil rights leaders, Black Lives Matter organizers, people who knew the change they longed for might not come in their lifetime, but kept walking anyway. The hope that shows up when communities face tragedy. The hope a parent holds when their child is struggling. The hope we hold for a world where dignity is not optional, where justice is not negotiable, where every human being is treated as though they were a treasure, because they are. This hope is not naive, it is fierce. It is the gates of hope that Victoria Safford describes, that place where we stand, telling the truth about the world as it is and the world as it could be. It is not a place of mindless optimism, it is the place of spiritual defiance. This hope keeps us alive, it keeps us connected, it keeps us moving. But then there's the other side, the hope we cling to that keeps us small, the hope that holds us in place when life is trying to move us forward. Let's talk about a few examples, keeping in mind that things are more nuanced than this and may need further exploration depending on the individual and the community. But one, the hope that a toxic relationship would magically improve. Because we keep saying, maybe if I just try harder, or maybe if I wait a little longer. That kind of hope keeps people in cycles of harm. Or two, the hope that a workplace will finally see our worth. Years spent waiting for one more promotion, one shift in culture, though everything in our spirit is telling us, this is not your place anymore. Or three, the hope that things will go back to the way they used to be. This is a powerful one, and you recognize that really well, because sometimes nostalgia feels holy, it is soothing, but it can also keep us from seeing new possibilities, new freedoms, new joy that only change can bring us. The hope that if we ignore our grief, ignore our burnout, ignore the needs of our own spirit, it will all pass away. Sometimes the hope that pain will go away becomes the enemy of actually healing. These are everyday examples, but spiritually, the danger runs deeper. UU values such as compassion, justice, interdependence, the freedom to grow, these values call us toward a faith that is dynamic, evolving, responsive to the world as it is. But sometimes we hope that our spiritual lives will stay comfortable, familiar, unchanged. That kind of hope keeps us from growth. It keeps us from truth-telling. It keeps us from placing ourselves at the gates of hope, the real gates, the courageous gates. So, what do we do with all of this? We need to learn to qualify our hope. Hope cannot be passive. Hope cannot be blind. Hope cannot be rooted in fear of the unknown. Hope cannot be built on nostalgia for what once was. Hope must be grounded in truth and justice. Hope must be radical and compassionate. Hope must be active, something we participate in, something we help bear into the world. Hope is not sitting back and wishing. Hope is saying, what step can I take today that helps build the world I long for? So hope is not a feeling, hope is a practice. As Loretta Williams puts it very plainly, we are co-creators of the future, not passive pawns. Choosing hope means choosing a particular kind of hope. The kind of hope that tells the truth first, the kind that recognizes harm when it happens and refuses to excuse it, the kind that helps us let go, and letting go is the faithful thing to do. The kind that grows our spirit instead of shrinking it. The kind that aligns us with our UU values: love, justice, equity, generosity, interdependence, pluralism, and transformation. Sometimes the most hopeful act sometimes the most hopeful act we can take is to walk away. Sometimes it is to stay, but with new boundaries. Sometimes it is to dismantle something that is no longer serving life so that something new can grow. Hope is never neutral. It is always pointing us either towards something or away. Usually doing that, either moving us away from who we are becoming or moving us towards who we are becoming. And this brings us to a deeper truth. We learn to hope wisely in community. Hope practiced alone can become fantasy. Hope practiced together becomes transformation. This morning, as we welcome new members into this congregation, we are reminded that community is one of the places where hope takes root. When we welcome new members, we affirm that this is a place where we grow together, where we tell our truth, where we allow ourselves to change, where we support one another, not in staying the same, but in becoming more whole, more courageous, and more compassionate. Choosing hope as a community means asking one another, what do you see? What are you resisting? What does your spirit need to grow? And how can we walk with you as you become who you are meant to be? That is the work we do for one another in community. This is the hope that Victoria Safford calls us. This is the hope she calls us to. The hope that stands at the gate, not just waiting, but calling out, beckoning others, pointing toward the world that is possible. So today, we commit ourselves to hope, but not any hope, not flimsy hope, not fear-based hope, not nostalgic hope. We commit ourselves to active hope, hope that builds, hope that creates, hope that bears fruit. Active hope tells us, keep going, keep resisting, keep imagining, keep working, and keep loving. Active hope says, I will not wait for the world to magically change. I will participate in building the world of which I dream. Active hope says, I will not cling to what harms me. I will release what needs releasing so that I can grow toward what gives life. Beloveds, hope is one of the greatest gifts we have. And because it is such a great gift, it requires great care. Let us use it wisely, tenderly, courageously. Let us choose hope that is grounded in truth, hope that is aligned with justice, hope that refuses to abandon compassion, hope that is active, embodied, and bold, hope that grows our spirits and expands our courage. And let us stand together at the gates of hope, not as passive wishers, but as active co-creators of a future that is more whole, more just, more free. May we choose hope, and may we qualify it wisely, and may we cultivate the kind of hope that truly leads us home. Let us once again welcome Magic Bronze Bell Choir as they perform the first Noel. once again, thank you. May you choose hope, even when it trembles. May it be the kind of hope that plants seeds, waits in the dark, and trusts the stirring. Hope that doesn't deny despair, but dares to outlast it. Reverend Tandy Rogers. Beloveds, worship has ended, and now the service truly begins. So we want to make sure, Rachel, we want to make sure you join us following the service for the town hall meeting, and then Rachel has a couple of other things that are happening during the week. Oh, there you go. You can do it there. That she'd like to share.
So we have many ways to meet the moment through expressing our values in justice actions. So some of the ways you heard about this morning, we express our value of transformation through sharing the plate with New Image Youth Center. We express our value of equity through participating in the actions of the Green Team. Our value of generosity through the UUSC Guest at Your Table. Our values of pluralism and love through fellowship. Our values of interdependence and justice through the 5051 Progress Hub, which happens here on our campus every Thursday night at 6 p.m. This week, special announcement about Progress Hub this week, Amnesty International will be hosting their flagship annual event, a letter writing campaign called Write, W-R-I-T-E, Write Your Rights. And it's an international campaign that we participate in through 5051. I invite you all to come have dinner with us. We have a potluck every week, and you will meet a lot of really engaged activists who you probably don't know yet, but one of them became a member here today. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to say, while I'm on sabbatical, since Rachel mentioned Amnesty International, I don't know if you all know, one of our retired U minister led Amnesty International for years, Reverend Bill Schultz. He'll be preaching here while I'm away, so just so you know. And let us now.
Please say these words with me as we extinguish this chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of Laputh, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry into the world until we are together again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.